All right, we about to go live on the air. Everybody download that Urban City Radio Station app if you want to listen in. Log into www.urbancityradiostation.com and just watch us. Here we go.
Because it might just that's interviewing
That's
me
the
right
DJ.
now.
I'm the coach.
Oh, she's the health coach.
I'm the health coach. Hey, everybody.
Rhonda Squirt is the DJ.
That's right. Say my name.
Rhonda Squirt. Say my name. Say my name.
Absolutely nothing.
Except she did get impressed with the Tesla today. She was impressed with the ride we had today.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
I just want to make sure it's working.
Very
I
impressed.
feel special.
Yes. What's that car called?
A Tesla.
Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all, go out there and get a Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put some pictures later on Facebook. Y'all know how I do.
Okay, that's my mic right here. I'm going to turn this off until you need me to.
We're just waiting on it to get started.
Okay, we ready, Rhonda? Let me know when you're ready.
I'm not ready yet, but we'll be ready.
Okay.
While I'm sitting here, I had a fantastic show last night. Fantastic. Menopause showed her natural born ass.
What's her name?
Hey, her name is Queen Cookie, better known as Menopause. Hey, whatever she say, I'm not responsible for it. Because it's not me, it's not the queen.
It's not.
No. Hell no, it's Menopause. She say anything she wants to say.
Oh my God. How does that feel? How does
It
that
feels
feel?
wonderful.
It does.
Yeah, because she gets to cuss and everything. Whereas the queen don't cuss. I don't cuss. No, I don't cuss. I don't like to use those kind of flavored words. But menopause takes over my whole being. She takes over my brain. And she pops the cap in. So, I let her do what she wants to do. A lot of times I say menopause, don't say it. She say, you don't tell me what to do.
So she
And
ain't the boss.
No. The queen, sometimes I can't be the boss, but sometimes I do have to settle her ass down. So,
Is she
anyway.
gonna come out today?
Probably not, because I'm on this radio station, so I'm going to be nice.
Okay.
So I've already told her, be nice. Be nice. You just can't talk on Sunday like this. You know, we got church.
What's up, everybody? This is Coach Tiff, and I am honored to have in my presence Miss Queen Cookie, Early Queen Cookie Dodger.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to anything.
Miss Queen Cookie tours with the comedian Monique.
Well, not actually tour.
Oh, sorry.
Sometimes I'm on the road with her, and sometimes not. If she's in the Ohio area, close to me, then we'll get together in what we call playing on the stage. But I'm not actually out on tour with her.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. So, how does menopause get along with Monique? Because I know that's probably a clash right there.
Well, not really,
Not
because she has a ultra ego called Doreen.
Oh, Lord.
So sometimes Doreen and menopause, they be in conversation together.
really?
And they get along great. 'Cause
What's
they
the
both,
conversation like?
you know, just mostly cussing. That's all I can say, cussing.
So, sorry I missed your show last night.
Oh,
But
you missed a
I
great
know, I'm
one.
so upset.
I came on stage first to play, and then comedian Tone X, who is on tour with Monique. He's been with her over 20 years. So he was up next, second, and then Monique closed out the show, and she was dynamic. Matter of fact, I liked all of us.
Yeah.
Because it gives me an opportunity to do my thing and, you know, hone my skills.
Right.
And I enjoy it, and I only do it when I want to do it. I'm not out here one of these comedians because I am 67 years young.
Woo!
I worked 30 years, and I'm not trying to find a job.
Right.
So my husband, who is sitting behind me, takes very good care of me. Very good care of me. So I don't need to work.
No, straight at you. We're talking to the side of it.
Like this?
At the tip. Yes, talking to the tip.
Yeah, well, I'm on the tip. Am I on the tip?
You on the tip, baby.
I like that tip. Just the tip.
Okay, with y'all.
So anyway, where did we leave off? I'm menopause. Y'all know I'm menopause.
Uh,
So
you don't have to work.
No, I don't have to work. That man behind me takes very good care of me.
Big Daddy in the house.
Yes,
That's
yes.
You call him the king, right?
Yes, my husband and my king of 36 and 3/4 years.
Wow, awesome.
And we've made it. I mean, it hasn't all been peachy, creamy, roses, petals, and angels singing in the sky. Woo! It hasn't been that. We've gone through our struggles. You know, when you with somebody that long, he comes from one background, I come from another, and then you try to bring those two backgrounds together and make them mesh. In the beginning, it can be very hard because he's power tripping and I'm power tripping, and we trying to see who's going to win and come out on top. And sometimes it doesn't work when you do that. You have to compromise. You have to be committed. You have to bend so you don't break. And you have to wait for the miracle to happen. Because so many, I find, young people especially, they get married on a Friday and by Monday they're talking about divorce. Well, you didn't wait till the miracle happened. And when you work together and you communicate and like Monique say, have an open relationship, and people take that the wrong way, but an open relationship is communication.
Right.
And me and my husband were talking this morning about, you know, an open relationship. It can also mean when you don't come together with your finances, because that's one of the biggest arguments that couples have, is about finances. And if you don't come together on that and keep that open, and infidelity can be another one, because once you bring infidelity into your marriage, baby, you asking for trouble. Now, I ain't got time to swap and be with somebody else, because I can imagine if I was at a swapping party, now picture this, and I was over here swapping with somebody, but if I look to the left and see my husband swapping with somebody, I'm going to get up from my swapping and go over there and knock the hell out of him.
I like how you say it's swapping.
Yeah, swapping. When you bring swapping, is that what it's called, swapping? If you bring that infidelity up in there swapping, you know how they swap with different partners, they have swapping partners.
What is it called, swapping?
It's orgies. We used to call it back in the day, orgies.
Swingers.
Swingers.
That's
Oh,
what it
swing.
is.
That's the
Swinging.
new. Yeah, that's the new
term.
swingers. Swingers. We ain't got time to swing. No, we too old to swing.
I ain't swinging for real.
No, I ain't swinging. No, because if I look over there and he's swinging with somebody and she over there acting like she enjoying it,
She did.
I'm gonna go over there and break up that swing. I'm gonna leave my swinging partner and go over there and break theirs up.
Swing right on her head.
Yeah. So ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, now that's it.
So I don't want to get off on Monique too far, but if it's not about sex, and it is about communication as far as having an open relationship, then what part of the sex can be open in an open relationship?
Whatever, you know, as long as your partner agrees with what you want to do with them and to them, I think that's okay when both come in agreement. But you can't come to me wanting to put a telephone pole up in me or something.
Lord Jesus.
No, you can't do that.
Right.
Because I'm not in agreement with that. But if I'm in agreement with that sexually, then I think that's okay, as long as we're both in agreement. Because what goes on in your bedroom stays in your bedroom.
Right.
You know, that's
Nobody else can tell you what
No.
turns you on or what you
No. Everybody knows what turns them on. And we menopausal. We do it every other month. And it's got to be a holiday in that month. Because ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time.
No, we go through too much. You know, I got to go put on knee braces. He got to go put on back braces. We looking like two orthopedic patients in the bed. Who got time for that? So we only do it every other month, whether we need it or not.
Is it planned? Do you have to plan to get all your meds and your braces and all this kind of stuff out?
Yeah, we keep them in our nightstand
Keep
drawers.
it okay.
Yeah, close by.
Okay.
I keep my DW-40 close by.
Mr. King.
So you know, those are
Engine oil.
jokes, but you know, we've been doing this over 40 years now, so we know what each other want and desires. So it works well for us.
What was the miracle when you talk about the young people? They don't give themselves a chance for the miracle to happen. What is that miracle? 'Cause I don't think I ever had a miracle either.
The miracle is
Probably 12 years.
okay. The miracle. You was married 12 years. Yeah, are you still married? Okay. Well, the miracle is for me is the circle. Me and my husband go by this analogy, like a circle, okay? It's a circle. You let no one into your circle. only people in that circle is your spouse. Now, some people say, well, what about your kids? How can you not let your kids in that circle?
Right.
Well, one day little Oogie Boogie gonna grow up, and they're gonna be with who they're gonna be with, and if you focus on them kids and let them kids in your circle, you will put a crack in it. And sometimes that crack is hard to reseal. So you let no one in there, your children, your mom, your dad, your siblings, your mother, father-in-law, your in-laws and your outlaws.
Especially the in-laws.
Yes, and your friends. Don't nobody call the shots in that circle except you and your spouse.
Exactly.
So that's the miracle. You have to get that circle intact
Mhm.
before you can move on in your marriage.
So basically, respect the covenant, respect the agreement that we have.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because when you get all these outside influences, then the agreement can change.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. Sometimes you'll look up and you'll be outside your circle knocking on the door. You done let everybody else in your circle and you on the outside. So you have to stay in that realm of the circle. And that's what I consider the miracle. And a lot of times, you know, when you get married, your circle is not formed yet.
Right.
But as you stick and stay
Mm-hmm.
and work through the problems, and you can't always go to mom and dad for what you need, you have to learn how to lean on each other.
Right.
Because in order to grow, you have to lean on each other. Because sometimes when we deal with finances, and we have 3 children. As a matter of fact, me and my husband, this is our second marriage. He was married before, he had 2 kids. I was married before and I had 1. Now we're talking blended family.
Right, it's different.
Okay, that's a whole, and you don't get counseling on that when you start out.
Right.
Nobody seems to get counseling talking about a blended family. Now, it's nice to say, oh, you come as a package. This is a
Right.
package. Oh, that sounds good until you open up that package.
Right.
And when you open up that package and see what's in it, sometimes the exes could be in there. Sometimes, and you know how these exes will do. They'll get in them kids' mind and twist them minds and make them think that parent is no good.
Yes, they
The
do.
parent that's not, you know, the child, if they're not living in your home, the parent that has custodial, mostly 100% that the child is living with that parent,
Right.
sometimes, not all, that parent will turn that child against that parent. So these children will grow up with this venom
Mm-hmm.
and this hatred in them, and they're not going to come around to you as a step parent because of whether it's the
Right.
father or whether it's the mother. It could be either or. It don't always. Probably 85% of the time, it's the mother that's raising the child because the father has left the home. But I always compliment men, and I compliment my husband, that even though his children wasn't in our home like my son was in my home, because, you know, I had a son, he always took care of his children. Every summer, we would have these kids come and stay with us through the summer. We would buy for them. We would send them back with things.
Right.
And one day we went out to visit them when one of them had graduated in California. And their grandfather, and we didn't know we were going to get this, spoke up and at the graduation ceremony and complimented my husband and me for taking care of his children. The grandfather had seen that.
Icebreaker.
Oh, baby.
Yes.
We didn't expect that. That came out of nowhere. So when we left California, we felt real good about that because it wasn't a pretty situation.
Right.
It wasn't a pretty situation. It
So how
wasn't-
did you get through that, having, you know, a blended family? Because I'll be honest with you, Miss Cookie, I'm single, I've been single for a long time. When I see married women struggling with stepchildren issues and in-law issues, I'm glad that I'm not married. I mean, to me, it's just such a lot to take on. And how do you deal with that? How do you get past that and stay with your circle, with your covenant, you know, agreement?
It was very hard, I must admit. It wasn't easy. Me and my husband have gone to counseling because when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's called insanity when you don't get help.
Oh, please get help for your problems.
Yes, so we couldn't break through.
Right.
So we knew that we had to go to counseling. We went to counseling together. He went individually, and I went individually. And let me say this: my husband is also a recovering compulsive gambler. he will be celebrating one day at a time, 30 years, October the 7th, 1986.
Oh my God, now that's a miracle.
Mhm.
Congrats, King.
Yes, yes.
Amen. Yes. That's commendable.
Because see, that was in our marriage too.
We need to
So when
share
you got
that.
addictions, and here I was
Mhm.
an overeater. I went to Overeaters Anonymous because I hid all my troubles with
We gonna-
food.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Oh my God, that's why we here
Yeah,
today.
Coach is gonna get to that in a second,
Okay.
but keep going.
Yeah, but I hid my troubles with food because I couldn't deal with being a stepmother. You know, I couldn't deal with being, sometimes I couldn't even deal with being a mother because when you have blended families, you have, say, your natural child being jealous of
Oh,
the stepchildren. The stepchildren are being jealous of your natural child because the natural child, my child was in the home. My husband's children lived in California. So you got all that you're trying to deal with. Now, we didn't even get to know our own selves
Right.
because we were dealing with so many
Right.
outside forces.
Exactly.
Addictions, my overeating addiction, because I was stuffing down my troubles. I didn't know what else to do except to stuff down my troubles.
Right.
And he was stuffing his troubles with gambling.
Gambling.
So you got two addictive personalities in the home. You have stepchildren you're dealing with. You have outlaws and in-laws you're dealing with. I don't even know how we're still together, except
I
by
don't either.
the
Yeah,
grace
it's
of
like
the
that.
universe.
Me.
Oh, beautiful.
I call it the universe. You know, everybody got their own way of saying
Yes,
things, but I call it the universe.
Mhm.
That's the only reason why we're together. But we got help for it.
You know, that's what I try to tell people, you know, in my weight loss coaching. I think people, can you hear me, Rhonda?
Bring it up for me.
People really don't realize
Yes, that's good.
the point where they need professional help.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with getting professional help.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who have been trained to help you navigate through the issues in life. And when you're stuck, when you're going around and around. As a coach, I can help people lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone is addicted to food
Mm-hmm.
and they insist upon, you know, stuffing themselves to deal with their pain,
Mm-hmm.
that's out of my scope of practice.
Okay.
You know, you need professional help. You need someone who is knowledgeable and has dealt with these issues before.
Okay.
So I always try to encourage people to get professional help. That's what these people are here for. And I think in the Black community, there's a stigma when you try to go get professional help. Oh no, I can deal with this. I got this, or I can stop. I can do it. No, you need to get help.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I was just making sure y'all levels were good. Keep
Oh,
talking,
okay.
babe.
Okay, because I know that just going to support groups that you don't find many blacks in them,
See.
very few.
Mm-hmm.
I know in Toledo.
That's because they were taught what goes on in this house, stay in this house.
Yes.
That was instilled in their mind, their conscious thinking as children, so.
Yes, yes, you're right about that.
So do you think that we as the Black community, we took that circle too far? We by making our covenant circle in our house and our family, we took it too far because we don't let the right people in,
Mhm.
the counselors. And this is not anything against preachers and pastors, and I think that they do have their place. But unless they are degreed in psychology, I don't believe that they count as counselors.
No, I don't either because they usually put titles on their names
Mhm.
to make you think that they are more than what they are. Now I won't say all of them. There might be some
Not all of
degreed
them.
because everybody
Yes.
is not everything.
Mhm.
There might be some degreed ones out there that
Mhm.
can help along the lines of helping people emotionally and mentally get
Right.
through these mazes in their lives.
Mhm.
But a lot of them put on these coats of bishop and
Yes.
whatever they put on,
And
and
they're
they're
degreed
not
in religion.
qualified.
They're degreed in religion
Right,
or
right,
theology.
right, right. And all of them aren't, because I know some that just slap that name on themselves, and they have never went to a seminary or
Don't know nothing about
whatever.
what they talk.
Don't know, you know, as long as you're paying your money, then I can tell you. But when you
Right.
stop paying that money, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I know people like that.
Yes.
So,
Yes. So, yes. Get help.
yes, get
from,
help
from professionals.
from professional. Because, you know, sometimes people will come to me
Mm-hmm.
and they will want to tell me their problems.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. You know, I'm a listener.
Mm-hmm.
My husband tell me sometimes, you're a good friend to some people. But when you come telling me the same problem over
Right.
and over, and I'm
Okay.
offering you solutions,
Right.
to get out of the situation that you're telling me about, but then you're coming back next week, next month, and it's the same stuff. Then I'm like, I'm not a professional, sugar. You need to go see a professional.
Exactly.
You can't keep telling me that because you're not taking my advice anyway.
Some
Exactly.
people tell you their problems so you can give them what they want. They really ain't looking for your help. They're looking for money or something of that nature.
Or attention.
So that's how you know to
Yeah,
shut it down.
or to agree with
Yeah.
them. But I normally don't agree. If I usually call it like I see it, and if you want to take it, you can take it. But sometimes it can wear you out, the same stuff. And I know
Right.
because I did
It
the
does.
same thing. When
Yeah.
my husband was gambling, I went to the same people and would sit up and talk to them 2 to 3 hours. I know they
Right.
was thinking when I look back on that, when is she gonna leave my house?
Right.
I'm repeating myself, going over the same stuff. So I know what I'm talking about because I've been there, I lived it.
Yes, and me too. I've done the same thing, and the point of it is that nobody has the answers for you. You have to go out through professional advice, come up with the answers yourself. As a coach, when people ask me a question, I direct it right back at them.
Yeah, what do you think you ought
What
to
do
do?
you think you should do?
Yeah, put the ball back in their court.
Yes.
And then there, a lot of them will sit there and like, duh.
Right.
They waiting on you to do it for them.
Hello.
Some of them do, but I don't. I direct it
I know
right
you
back at
don't.
them.
You
What do
know.
you think you should do? Because people have the answers
You know we don't play that.
within themselves, and I think a lot of times they know.
We don't play that. That's why.
No, we don't. I don't. I used to, but I don't, because I don't have time to sit here and listen to you dump your problems and your issues on me. I have resources for you. I'm just a resource, and I'm a good resource.
Yes.
But you need professional help if you're dealing with an eating disorder. If you're dealing with gambling or drugs, or you're dealing with friction that's inside your home.
Yes.
I can't solve that problem for you. So yes, we definitely need to emphasize the fact that if you need professional help, there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of insurances pay for professional help and professional counseling.
So Miss Cookie,
Yes.
have you ever had an eating disorder through all this with the emotional things you've been going through?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. That's why I went to Overeaters Anonymous. And then originally I lost about 30 pounds.
Can you
But then-
share like how you felt the emotions or whatever you went through that started that, and how you dealt with it, and then how you treated it?
Well, I couldn't deal with things very good because I was starting to feel like and it was probably going into depression. I was starting to feel like I wasn't a good wife. I wasn't a good mother. I wasn't a good stepmother.
Because your husband's gambling.
Yeah, and everybody blaming me. If he would, it's probably Earlene that's causing him to do this.
Oh wow.
You know how the in-laws do.
Yes.
If you're not blood related, then it's your fault
Right.
to whatever is going on.
Right.
So I put up with that for a number of years, and I was sort of, believe it or not, sort of like an introverted type person.
Right.
My husband was an extrovert when I met him. So he would say things like, just let me do all the talking. And so I imagine his family thought, well, what's wrong with her? She's stuck up and whatever. But they didn't know what I was going through because I didn't share my life with my in-laws. And, but, after my husband started going to Gamblers Anonymous, and I stopped Overeater Anonymous because I would leave Overeaters Anonymous and go somewhere and eat.
Oh my Lord.
Me and these girls would get together and say, let's go to Frisch's or Big Boy or somewhere. and
Okay.
that's what we decided. I said, you know what? If I'm going to do that, I might as well stop going to this group. You know what I'm saying? But then I made up my mind. When my husband started going to Gamblers Anonymous, and I went with him as they call it an Al-Anon, the support of that. And there's a certain steps that they follow, 1 through 12. And I started subconsciously adhering to some of them. But then in January of 1999, I had what some people call a nervous breakdown. I called it a spiritual awakening. Because all of life's problems had got so bogged down on me, I couldn't take another day. And I came off of my job for 3 months in order to get myself emotionally and mentally back together.
Sometimes you
Because-
need that.
Most definitely, because I had
Absolutely.
church shame and guilt.
Oh,
Because
God.
I grew up in a Pentecostal church and we
Lord.
couldn't do a damn thing.
Unnecessary.
Oh my God. I had that shame and guilt. I had a divorce and I had a son. And then I had the shame of guilt of meeting my husband the way I met my husband. Shame and guilt. And all of that stuff, my sister died abruptly of a brain aneurysm
Oh, my
in
goodness.
1996. And we were sisters, but we didn't get a couple things right before she left up out of here. That's why I say you can't walk around treating people terrible because you don't know when they're going to leave this earth. And if they leave this earth and you don't get it right with them, you will suffer from shame and guilt for a number of years. And I did that. That's why I stuffed my face.
Unless you talk to somebody.
Oh my God, unless you talk to somebody.
Unless you talk to
Girl,
a professional.
Say that, girl. Quit playing.
Unless you talk to
Quit
somebody.
playing. Quit playing.
I got a lot of phrases.
Yes, say some more, baby. Say some more, Rhonda. I like that quit
Somebody.
playing. Because, I normally say, girl, shut up. I like to quit playing.
And I had to stop saying that.
Yeah, but anyway, fast forward. I got myself together emotionally and mentally. 3 months it took me. And 2008.
Let me interrupt you.
Okay.
How did you get yourself together? What resources did you use? What did you pull from?
Yeah, where'd you go?
I
Where
started
did
going
you
to
go?
counseling
Okay.
individually.
Mm-hmm.
I started getting massages weekly.
Oh, yes,
Weekly.
Yes.
I would lay on that massage table because that was all part of my healing process.
Yes.
And I would lay on that.
the physical healing.
Oh my God, the
Right.
masseuse would come out to my home.
Mm-hmm.
And because I couldn't go nowhere. I was messed up emotionally and mentally. It was too much stuff. I couldn't take it no more. And she would come to my home and she would give me a massage weekly. If I could afford it, I would have got it daily. But I would lay on that massage table and tears would stream down my face. My head would be in that little circle thing, you know how you're laying when you're on your stomach, and tears would be dropping on the floor.
It's necessary.
Because I was releasing all of that stuff. She was cleansing me. I started eating somewhat better, but not all the way, somewhat better. And I would listen to music, inspirational music. Some days I would listen to music. I couldn't do nothing. I didn't even sleep in the bed with my husband for 3 months. I was on the couch because I had to get myself together. Music would bring me back. And another thing.
Music.
Music.
You.
Yes, music would bring me back. I would put on some inspirational music
Yes.
and it would bring me back. And another thing that I did was journaling.
Yes, you gotta write it out.
I went back as far as I could remember in my childhood
Awesome.
and bought all of that stuff up. And I have books of journals that could be turned into a book
Well, we might need
because
to.
I bought up all
We
that
might
church
need you
life.
to.
Yes,
We might need you to.
yes, I bought it all up. Church life,
It's
Yes.
important.
being given away as a child to, I was sent away to live with some other relatives because my family, my parents were very poor. They couldn't afford all of us. But then my mother wanted me back after 7 years. And how do a child, thinking that these are your parents, go back to these people over here that you don't really know?
Mm.
It was just so much stuff. Just so much stuff. So, and then in 2008, I lost my mother to complications of diabetes.
Mm.
Fast forward 2 years later, 2010, I'm diagnosed with type 2 diabetes.
Oh.
That started a journey. I went on medication for 3 days, and I took it. It made me feel funny. It gave me diarrhea. I said, I can't live my life like this because I'm too much on the go. I'm a go person. So I took those pills and I threw them in the garbage. I threw that diabetes monitor up against the wall and it broke. And I made a conscious decision that I'm going to change my lifestyle. And for the 3rd day in, I started monitoring my blood glucose. I lost 55 pounds.
Oh my.
And
Wow.
yes. And I started exercising more. I've always been an exerciser, but I'd come home from walking or whatever I did and eat a whole bag of Snickers.
So what good
What,
is that?
what sense did that make?
That sound like me. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah. But anyway, I got myself together because I love some Snickers.
My problem is alcohol. That's my problem.
Alcohol.
Wine.
I won't even tell you. I won't even tell you about this chocolate wine, the chocolate wine.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I won't even tell you about this rum chata either.
Oh, Jesus.
I know where to
I'm not going to even tell you about that because you'll
I
have
do
to
good
go
with
to
the
the
eating.
Cleveland Clinic and get some help.
I do good with the eating, but I got to have that liquor. It's just I might as well have ate a whole cake,
Oh, I know. I know.
Problem.
I know because I can eat a whole cake. Back.
You never said you never said anything negative.
Really?
Oops.
Hey, everything coming out today. Let it out, let it out. We
I
freeing
know
ourselves.
an addict.
She know. She know.
Yeah, because you've been dealing with them
Yes.
for 11 years.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not an alcoholic. I just like to have some wine, and that just mess up everything
There
I
you
do.
go. Yeah, see, she's backtracking.
Yeah, see, I'm not a drinker per se, but I like sweets. I like homemade sweets.
Yes.
I like a nice
Sweetness.
homemade pie, a homemade
Okay.
cake. I don't want this junk in the
No.
store. I like homemade stuff. But anyway, 2010, diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I made a conscious decision to change my lifestyle, and that's what led me into comedy.
Really?
Okay, please elaborate.
No, because that's what I loved about your skit, because you talked about the 425-pound auntie who had an amputation, but she wants to tell you what's on
Yeah,
your
she won't
plate.
tell me what's on my plate. I go out there at Christmas time, out there in the country, and I ain't ate no pie or no cake or nothing all probably about 3 months. So when Christmas time comes, I want to have a little something other. You know what I mean? So I go back there and put some dressing and fried corn and all the cranberry sauce
Right,
and
right.
macaroni and cheese and potato salad and everything everybody else eat. And here come my Aunt Bunny rolling up on me in a wheelchair. Baby, you think you ought to eat that? I won't even say what you got to go to my YouTube and see what I said to Aunt Bunny because I can't say it on the radio. I want to push that biatch down a flight of steps. And just to get back at her ass, I bought her a pair of socks and I said, now put these on your legs and get the so-and-so out of my face. And you know about Aunt Bunny?
I know about Aunt Bunny.
Yeah, and my other auntie that came over and she got off in my car with a can of corn.
Right.
Yeah, she going out to the family Christmas dinner out there, and her ass weighing 425 pounds. Get in my car. You know she broke down my transmission last time she got in my car.
Oh Lord.
And my cousin, the one, told me to go by there and get her. And I'm like, I don't want to go pick up Aunt Jackie. You know she weighed 425 pounds.
She's too heavy.
And she broke my transmission last time she got in my car. And then she get in the car with a can of corn. Aunt Jackie, where you going with one can of corn? You eat that and 10 more cans going with it.
Right.
But I let the biatch. I let her in my car. I said, come on, get in the car. Come on, get in the car.
Feel sorry for her.
Yeah. But them is them relatives. You know, that's why I cuss. Them relatives.
Okay.
That's why I cuss.
That's a good reason. I can
Church folks and relatives make me cuss.
I must be going through menopause. They made me curse too.
Yeah.
That made me curse too.
So funny.
God.
But it's not me. It's menopause. It's not me. It's menopause. So anyway, I'm on this lifetime journey. You know, now with comedy. Who knows? I'll do it as long as I can. I didn't start till 63. I am now 67. So I'm still
Girl,
an
you look
infant in it.
good.
Yeah. Oh my
But
God.
I was I've been graced to meet the people that I have met along this journey. I never would have thunk it in 1,000 years. So hey, I just take it one day at a time, and that's how I roll.
I would have never thought that you were an amateur. You stand up like a master.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. I appreciate that.
And what you were saying about, about having diabetes, there are so many African Americans and just Americans in general who are coming down with diabetes. 65% of us are overweight or obese. So 65% of us either have diabetes or we have a risk of getting it. So when you talk about health in your comedy skit, it's going to touch a lot of people. When you talk about the auntie that has the amputation, she had the amputation because she was over 400 pounds
Right.
and her diabetes is out of control.
Right.
But how is she trying to tell you what to put on your plate?
But you know how people do. They're suffering from something and they're upset and angry that they have it. So they will pick on others because they see you healthy. And they're past that. And so we tend to do that. Embarrass one another.
Isn't that something that we can be mad for somebody for being healthy?
Yes.
Stupid.
That's-
It's called jealousy and envy.
Yes. That's what it's called. So, I just write a skit about it.
Right.
Okay.
Keep it moving.
Yeah. I just write a skit about it and I just keep it moving. That's what I do. So,
So I
Can
wanna
you
know.
give us a skit?
I'm sorry.
Give me one of them skits.
She was.
Yeah, I just gave you some, girl. I don't want to give you too much. You got to come out and see me.
That's right.
Okay.
I want to know how you made that detachment from using food. That you say you used to use food, to stuff your feelings. How did you make that detachment? Say, this is how I choose to deal with my feelings now instead of using food. How did that come into play?
Like I said, journaling, going to counseling,
Okay.
going within myself,
Mm-hmm.
making up my mind that if I want to continue to live and live without amputations, live without oxygen tanks, live without wheelchairs, be able to enjoy my grandchildren, I need to make a change. Otherwise, I'm going to be like Aunt Bunny.
That's
I'm
right.
going to be in a wheelchair mad at everybody
Everybody.
and picking on people for what they eat.
And bring
Because-
cans of corn.
Yeah, bring
To
one can.
dinner.
One can.
One.
One can.
Not
We
can,
got
one
25
can.
people at the Christmas dinner, and she bringing one can. Everybody was bringing big pans and stuff. So that's what I do. I go within, and it's not easy, baby,
No, it's not.
because when my husband is laying there in the wintertime, sleeping, I'm getting up, going to the gym. Now, as long as there's no snow out there, because I have a gym also in the lower part of my home, so I don't have to go out in the wintertime. And there's enough equipment down there to get me a good hour workout. But I just have become dedicated. And once, my husband will tell you, once I make up my mind to do something, I stick to
It's a
it.
wrap.
And it's about me.
Right.
I can't be a partner with you in exercise because you liable to call me and say, Queen, I can't exercise today. If we partners, then I'm liable to say, oh, I'm not going either.
Exactly.
Or if you want to eat half a cake and I'm sitting there, I'll probably join into that. So I don't want to latch myself on to people
Right.
because it's about me
It's about
becoming
you.
healthy.
Now look,
When
when we were communicating, I noticed on your text messages it says, "I love me."
Yeah, I have a when I sign off of Facebook or usually when I'm talking to friends or family, I say I love myself, but I also love y'all to life. And so I don't mean to sound braggalicious, but I have to love me in order to love you.
Oh my God.
I can't
It's
love
church.
you
It's church
without
today.
loving me. Oh yeah, y'all really call it going church.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is called Queen Cookie's Universal Truth,
that's right.
Truth
That's
Sanctuary. That's where we're at right now.
All right.
But isn't that the truth? You can't love until you love yourself. You can't really love anybody
You
else.
cannot. You don't
No
even know how to
parent.
show anybody love until you have demonstrated that you can show yourself that love.
Yes, yes. Because can't anybody on this earth make you happy.
Nobody.
Just you.
Now they can enhance your happiness.
Right.
And I say a lot of these quotes because my husband has helped me down through the years. A lot of these quotes that I say belong to him. But people can, like my husband, enhances my happiness. But he
Right.
can't make, you marry a man, I'm looking for a man to make me happy. Well, you
Right.
ain't gonna never find that person.
Exactly. Or I'll be happy when I get married. Or
Yeah.
I'll be happy when I make this amount of money. Or I'll be happy when I'm skinny.
Yeah, I'll be happy when they stop doing what they're doing to me.
Yep.
Well, you can't
Can't
make
control
nobody
any of
stop
that.
doing nothing to you. You need to make up your mind to pull yourself out of the
Yes.
situation and
Yes,
change the
ma'am.
situation. But I know people that say, when they stop doing that, then that'll make my life better. They're not going to stop.
No, they're not.
You're going to have to stop them from doing that.
Exactly.
You take control of your
Because
life.
guess what? They're making themselves happy
Yeah, by using you.
by using you.
That's true.
All right,
It's
let's
so
tell your
true.
neighbor we tell the truth.
Neighbor.
Tell the truth.
Wow.
Well. Oh, she got the Holy Ghost on her. Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
After I pass the
Oh, don't make me speak in tongues now. Hamo, Shambo, Hondo, Shambo, Boo Boo.
Oh, Lord. She said,
Coming in a Chevrolet car, tie your boots, buckle your shoes.
Yes.
They get the prayer cloth.
I got a prayer call for a
I'm liable to
do-rag.
get up. I'm liable to get up and do a jig. I'm liable to get up and do a jig. Don't make me do a jig. But you know, church is within. It's not
It's
on the
not the
outside. of
building.
you.
Amen.
It's within.
You
Everybody
gonna be
feel like they have
blessed
to
to
go to a building
And pay them.
and pay them 10%
Yes.
off the top of your money.
Yes.
When no, I know people that go to church, and if their mother or father or somebody in their family dies, the church will not bury that person because that person that died
Didn't go to their
didn't
church.
pay tithes.
Right.
I-
10%.
I've been-
Where's the gold in that?
No,
Where's
no,
the
no, no,
gold
no.
in that?
No. Now, if I've been paying tithes to the church, if my
Me and
husband
my
or my
family.
loved one passes
Me
away,
too.
I should be allowed to have their funeral at the church
At
that
church,
I
yeah.
attend. But churches will say, I ain't saying all of them, but I know what I'm talking about. No, they cannot be buried here because they're not on the road.
This
That
is
doesn't
a
even make-
business.
That-
Church is a
but
business
that's not
now.
even a business.
Don't
because
get me started.
That doesn't even make financial
Wait,
sense
don't
because
get
anywhere where you put your money, if you put your money into a bank, you're gonna get interest back on that money.
Investment.
It's an investment.
No.
So if you're giving money to your church, it should be an investment. So you mean to tell me year after year you tithe,
No.
you don't get
ET?
Right.
Did you do that?
you didn't
Well,
know
okay.
Right, right.
Alright,
What,
sorry.
what did you
Right.
get?
Because all them investments, if I come to you and say, my child, you ought to be able to give me that down payment for them to start college.
Yes, absolutely.
But their kids are in college and they're living in mansions and got 10-car garages with 10 different cars.
Tax
to
free.
put in.
Yes.
That don't make no good nonsense. We need to start
Tax-free.
thinking.
Yes.
No, we did, but black folks, can I say that?
Yes,
Go
you
ahead.
can.
Please.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's
I
menopause
feel
coming up.
like, yeah, I mean, this menopause
It's
talk.
menopause talk.
I feel like,
That's menopause.
I feel like a lot of religions, it's just me talking,
Okay.
is based on what our slave masters back 400 years ago when we came on this land, on this soil that they named the United States. There were people, when they invaded and brought us over here, they beat religion into us. You either going to say, thank you, Jesus, and I'm worshiping Jesus, or I'm going to hang you in a tree, or beat your ass, or take your daughter, rape you, sell you, whatever. So it's a generational, traditional religion that we have been following. We was I put that on my Facebook page too. Every Sunday I put something. I say, here, take this with you. But
I'm
that's
sorry.
what we
this,
have
This
followed.
is my comedian legacy that I manage. I told her to serve you.
Hey, Legacy baby,
Legacy.
nice to meet you.
This Queen Cookie, that's Coach Tip.
I was late. I was stuck in traffic on the I-47, 32.
That's okay.
Girl,
Miss
bye.
Stage, you're here.
I'm here right around the corner.
See, you young people are getting it. Us old crusty folks die off, then you young folks
Gotta
is going to
take over.
improve this race relations
have
in
to.
this country.
You have
It's
to.
up to y'all because now
Amen.
there's it's about human rights, not civil
right.
rights. It's about
Amen.
human rights.
Yes.
better
And you
say
guys
that.
are going to change this country,
They need
the
to.
young people, because once us old racist folks die off, like I said,
Because it shouldn't be so racist.
there you go.
It's
There
true.
you go.
I say
And
it
even
is
with
so.
the religion, you guys are going to change the way they're thinking about that. Because you guys are coming up under some truth and you guys are reading and going back, looking up your history.
Yeah.
We don't read our history and we walk around here. Me and my husband went driving about a month ago through the inner city. We just out had breakfast on a Sunday. And we was driving through the inner city. And I was pointing out churches. Look, husband, look at this church. Look at it. It was probably 15 churches in a 1 mile radius. And
That's
most
not
of the
bad.
people that were going into the church were women and children. Very few men, because men don't want to hear that bull that another man is putting down because they tired of
They
their
know
money
the
coming
game.
out of their mouth. They know the game.
Men know the game.
Man know the game. They know the game.
Yes,
They know the game. And when they put them preachers in LA on TV, I don't know if y'all ever
I
watched
seen
that.
it, because the one preacher was fine, the one that don't preach no more. I said, oh, he fine.
Oh, you talking about Bishop
Yeah.
McClendon? Bishop McClendon. I used to crush on him.
Oh,
my
God.
All you had to do was go to church and probably would
He
have
probably
gotten
gave
you.
some. He probably would have gave some.
Oh yeah, he would have gotten your draw.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
Or you would sit on that front row and cross them legs.
And don't say
I would have
nothing.
gave some.
Yeah.
But he fine.
Bishop McClendon.
I didn't see him.
He was fine 20 years ago, and he is still fine.
I don't get to watch TV that
Oh,
much.
my
I don't
God,
see
girl.
it.
Yeah, but you missed that Preachers in LA. And you know what? It didn't stay on for maybe
No.
about 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah, that was
Because I think them big time mega
They got
preachers,
mad.
they got mad and said, get that mess off of TV because
It's
you're
messing
putting
up
our
our
business
minds.
out in the
It's
street.
messing up
The
our
mega
mind.
preachers, they
Yep.
keeping
Oh, y'all know what I'm talking about. See, I like
No.
people that's conscious, know what I'm
Yeah.
talking
I'm
about.
like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, my eyes is
Third
open.
eye.
Yeah. I like your third eye.
Third eye.
That
Oh,
eye
I know
open.
you conscious. You mentioned third eye, I know you conscious. Yeah,
Hold on, I
yeah.
got something to say.
What you got to say?
Shout out to Queen's glasses today, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to them glasses, baby.
I left my queen hat at home. I used to wear my little queen hat that blings with my glasses, but I left it at
I
home.
get them superstars, they all come in here with their glasses and they makeup artists and they cameramen.
I be
It's
thinking they be
hilarious.
high. I be like, oh, okay. A well-lit room and you got on sunglasses.
But that's a superstar thing.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a
Oh, it's
superstar
okay.
thing.
Oh, it's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I got a
It's
question for
good
y'all.
on the camera.
Who y'all voting for?
Lord, lesser of the two
Hillary.
evils.
Yeah.
You
I
got
mean,
that.
I ain't got no choice but to
The
vote for
lesser
Hillary.
of the
'Cause
two
if I had to
evils,
say
I'm
so,
scared.
I'd rather just vote for Kanye. Because I mean, that's.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna run? I'm gonna run
Kanye
right
for
there.
president, y'all. Because he's just as good as the rest of them.
Yeah,
But
but
I'm like you, the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
The lesser of two evils.
It's
Yeah.
real.
But the
And
problem is, you know, the devil is a disguise sometimes.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying that Trump is the devil. He might just be talking that talk. You know, he know business, he know money. Hillary, you know, that might be, she might get on menopause when they give it to her. Deal with it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
You
man,
never
be
can tell.
castrated.
You never can tell. But if I had, since we only have two choices, I mean, there's some libertarian people that are running the Green Libertarian Party, what have you. Johnson was one of them, and Jill Stein is another one. But they're sort of like Ralph Nader back in the day when
They're not
people were voting for
recognizing
Ralph
them at all.
Nader. I feel like they're only going to be taking away votes because there's no way I think either one of them is going to win. You know, I was sort of hoping that Bernie Sanders would have been about 15, 20 years younger because I think he would have gotten it because he had a people plan,
He did.
not a money plan.
Yeah.
And
But
young
you need all
folks
of
like
it, though.
him.
You need a people plan, you need a money plan, you know, you need a international relations plan. You should have the whole package. And I think Hillary does have the whole package because she's been in politics her whole life.
Nobody allowed to write on my board. I'm sorry, Facebook Live.
Okay,
So
okay.
Right on the board?
behind you because I got on there, don't write on this board. He said, I'm coming to write on this board.
But I tell you, I'm gonna be a sad something other come January 20th, 2017, when President
He got-
Obama
I know.
and First Lady Michelle leave
It's
that
so
White House.
sad.
And I do a skit about it. Y'all should have been at the show
I
last night.
know.
I did a skit about it, but I tell you, in my opinion, President Obama hasn't been, perfect because who is?
Look what he had to deal with.
But look what he's
cleaned
brought
up.
us to.
What he cleaned
The
up.
unemployment rate is the lowest that it's been in decades. Everything is, people are back to work. Now the Republicans will say, well, those aren't the kind of job people, they've fallen off the rolls or whatever. Well, yeah, they've fallen off the rolls of looking because they have jobs now.
Right.
So you don't count
Exactly.
them anymore. They sound ignorant
They do.
sometimes when
They
they
spin it
talk.
however they want.
Spin it. I don't care what that man does. Anytime a president is elected on the night of the inaugural, you have GOP and Republican people that say they're going to stop him from having a second term and they're going to go up against everything he tries to do. There would be a whole lot more people working. And they said it.
They did.
Who
They
says
did.
that?
Let's try to stop everything.
Because they've been used to doing the same they want to do without any
Exactly.
repercussions. Why? What difference is this?
Right, and the man getting up in the chambers, I can't think of that man's name. Do you know, dear? And hollering, you lie. Who said? And President Obama, bless his heart, he was so new at that time. He was trying to work across the aisle. He could have said, usher him out of here.
Yeah.
And that would have set a precedent of, I'm not taking this BS off
Right.
you guys. But he never said it because he was trying to be a nice guy. And then they kept it up, kept it up, kept it
Nice
up,
don't
kept
get
it
you
up,
nowhere
kept it up.
today.
They want to see how far they can push you. And then another thing with that, especially people in my generation, it's like, if the ones on top of me, I ain't going to vote, I don't want to do this, it don't even matter. So, and then they not passing that education down on, like, I got an abundance of friends, college friends, hood friends, stripper friends, jail friends, you know what I'm saying, all type of people, and it's just like, the ones that's educated on politics and what we supposed to be up on, because we got to pass, we the new generation, they don't know nothing about nothing. They'll say, oh, I'm not voting, but if you say you're not voting, tell me why you not voting. They can't even say why they not voting. I just ain't gonna vote. I ain't saying, I got everything else done. No, you ain't about to vote.
Yeah, because that's scary right now.
Yeah.
Because if you
Too
don't
much
get out
work.
and vote right now,
Mhm.
Trump will win this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because
It's gonna be
the
terrible.
people that voted and came out to vote for President Obama, they stood in lines for 8-9 hours.
Yes.
They're not coming out there to do that for the two,
Nope.
for Hillary or Trump. So if we don't vote,
Trump
Trump's
make it
gonna.
off
yeah.
of a one
What do you
person
think
that didn't
about
vote.
black people saying that Donald Barack hasn't done enough for us.
They didn't do their
as far as black
research.
people.
What I say
He's
this.
done plenty of
Right,
that
he did not do
research.
research.
Yeah.
Right. I say this. What you think he didn't do, why don't you run?
Oh no, they
You know what
can't
I'm
do that.
saying,
That's too
right?
much work.
Yo, you run for
It's
president.
like working.
And let's see what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
Because that's a hard job trying to
That's
please
right.
300 over 300 million people. Because we get mad at black
But
folks
we can't
saying,
make it through a 4-year college degree, let alone
Oh, yeah.
Harvard Law School.
right.
And,
It's too much
you
work.
know,
If
being
it
a
ain't
senator.
easy, they
Can't
can't
make
do
it through the program just to get your food stamps.
I just no mind. I'ma just
I'm asking my mom.
He's tipping my nose.
Hey, I ran out of my battery, so my Facebook
Aw.
Live
It's
is
still,
off.
we got you connected. I'll share it to you when we're done. Again,
Okay,
No
okay.
problem. That's hilarious.
So
Um,
anyway, is there anything else you want to
we're going,
ask me
Miss
before
Tiff.
I get up out of here? Because we on our way back to T-Town.
Oh, you know what? You make sure you let us
Going with
know
you.
when you're in Toledo performing because I'll drive to Toledo.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that was what I had.
I sure, now that you're my Facebook friend,
Make sure I will pay
yeah,
attention.
because I normally will put it on Facebook whenever I'm performing somewhere, so.
Wow.
And I know Daryl Banks.
Tell
we-
us
we,
first
we
that,
performed,
hey.
what day was that we performed?
Last Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, last week, about a week ago, we performed at a club in
Last Sunday,
Toledo
right?
called Our Brother's Place,
Mhm.
and we performed.
Oh,
He's
you
from
meant
Toledo.
there. I thought you
He's
meant-
normally the host of Comedy After Dark here in
Okay.
Cleveland. We have it every second Saturday
Okay,
in Bedford, and he's normally the host on it. So
okay,
I know him very well.
okay. He's a funny cat. He's a funny cat.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
Him and
he's
his
very
wife,
funny.
yeah.
Yes. And he gave me a compliment, and anytime I get a compliment from people that've been in the business over
You know it's
25
good.
years.
Yeah, because he will tell you like it is in words you might not want to hear.
Yeah, Daryl's funny. Daryl's funny.
Wow, we
So I
thank
was supposed to, a comedian and promoter in Cincinnati, a guy by the name of Brennan Pearl,
Mhm.
asked me to perform November 18th, but I might have another gig on that day, and I can't put it out there yet. But when it gets confirmed, I will put it on my Facebook page.
Yeah, let me know. We might make us a trip out there. That would be too fun because I think you're awesome. I think
Thank
you're
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
I like your spirit. I like that you're free to share. You
Yeah.
know, the things you went through. It's important. Uniting us is understanding us.
Yes.
You know, and I might wear something. You know, I got my old fat booty out.
That's
You
okay.
know,
That's
some people
okay.
might be like, "Oh, I don't like her because she wearing this and
That's
that."
okay.
But you have to take time to get to know who you talking to
Right,
before
right.
you judge them.
Yes.
I appreciate you sharing because
Thank
we got too many people not sharing, thinking that they're afraid that someone's not going to accept them. I don't care what you accept,
Right.
and you displayed that in your story today. And I hope someone is encouraged.
Yes, because you know what, my
listen
life
to
is an open book. I used to hide things under the table,
You gotta let
and
it
it
out.
held me hostage. Anytime you do that,
Mhm.
if that thing, whatever you're hiding, will hold you hostage. But when you bring it out from under the table and put it on top of everybody see, then nobody can hold you hostage. You want to know something about me? Don't ask my friend. Come and
Ask
ask me,
me.
because I'll tell you. I don't care how dirty and down it is. If I went through it, I'll tell you about it, and hopefully it'll help you not to go through the same thing.
Amen. And that's what we all need to do.
Yes.
Whatever color, whatever gender, whatever reason, that's how we all should be.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
All right. All right.
This was
sorry.
fun.
I love that. I'm glad you came. I want everybody to know that she took out of her schedule. She was supposed to be home by now, but persistent Coach Tiff made sure that we got her in here.
But she
I'm
has the
happy.
king. She has the king
Yeah,
by
that's
her
a-
side.
yeah.
Mr. King,
yeah.
right? Man.
Yeah, shout out to my king back here.
Shout out to the king. Hey, woo, look at him.
Yeah, Dennis.
Now tell your
D.D.
sons.
Belcher.
Tell your sons if they get a divorce, Squirt is single. Okay? I want one of them.
He's a big Ohio State fan, by the way.
Okay, well, we got a lot of them here. We got a lot of them here. Wow, we so appreciate you, and I'm sure someone will see this. If one person sees it and is
Yes.
encouraged, then we all did something.
Oh,
I'm
most
encouraged.
definitely. Most
I
definitely.
am.
Most definitely.
I mean,
Thank you guys for having me.
I am.
Because this young lady texted me and I didn't know who she was.
I
I was like, who is this? Matter of fact, I said, who is this?
But she got that from me because I be persistent.
She was like,
And I kept telling her,
yourself.
Look, get out and get her. And then she texted me like, guess what I did? What? I was like, happy for her. Good girl.
And I'm glad she sent me pictures because, you know, I knew she was cute. And I knew she wasn't gonna take me down to some back alley someplace
Oh, no.
and kidnap
Not your
me and
head.
chop me up or something.
No, we in his business.
For
You watch
ransom.
the ID channel, girl? They out here.
Ooh, I'm tired of that shit, man.
They out here.
I'm from 105. I done seen enough of that. I don't need to see that on TV no more. I'm
No
just saying
alien
it.
soul out here.
Yeah, I'm cool. I want to see butterflies, unicorns, and rainbows. No, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna end this and
Yeah.
start getting on the road.
Thank
and-
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. You guys have a safe trip back.
Thank you.
Oh, the crowd went wild.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. She stopped in to give us a nice interview for Urban City Radio. That is again the Queen Cookie. She is amazing. And we're gonna go ahead and get her back home so they can get where they need to be. But everybody download that app, Urban City Radio, on Google Play and any iTunes device. We are available for free 24/7. We got music, we have talk shows. We're supporting our independent. I think our next show again this week is Wednesday. So you guys stay tuned. Love you guys. We gotta get them home. All right, bye-bye. All right, y'all, this is the ride home with the famous cookies.
I wish I had some power on my phone. I would be on there live.
Yes, baby. I'll tag you to it later. Hey, y'all. We taking Cookie and the husband back.
Hey, get in the car now. We still in Cleveland, Toledo.
That's
We
right.
on our way home in a
We're on the way.
We in a, what y'all call this car?
What is the car?
We in a
It's an
Tesla.
expensive ass car. That's what it is.
These are Pope people.
Oh, yeah, right.
They in Pope.
So this how you do when you want to, get people on your show. You got to show them hospitality. We picked them up.
Plus, they was on
Recording.
time. They wasn't
We
on
was on
I
time.
really like that 'cause I shop.
Look at that screen on this car.
Love it.
Y'all jealous, y'all mad. Urban City Radio ain't made no money for that yet, but I will. We getting there.
Some of that, I'm gonna give you some of that money too. Hey, y'all, when y'all make all that money, break me off.
I'm gonna break you off. We gonna show up at your show and stand on the stage. I'm gonna tell a few jokes too on the stage. That'll be my debut comedian night.
Hey, what you open mic?
I go to open mics, but I sing. I just have fun. I network with folks. Man, it's all right. I want. Thank you, baby. I be trying. When we get out, people gonna be like, get your weave out my damn car. My bad. I'm sorry. I know I need new hair when it get old like that. It be shedding and stuff. That's why I keep a scarf on my head when I'm at home. Hey, Goldie. Hey, baby.
Hey, Goldie. Hey, baby.
He has a radio station also. What up to We Up Radio? What up, boo boo? Say my name. Say my name.
Say my name. Say my name.
Hey. What? Coach Tiff in the building. That's how you
Hey,
do
look,
it.
look, put it on my husband.
Well, and if he had with his son,
See with his fine ass.
make sure you. I wasn't gonna say that.
He
I
is
wasn't
fine. I
swinging
wasn't
at
gonna
you.
say it, 'cause
I
I
wasn't gonna say it
That's
either.
okay. Y'all
I
can
didn't
say
want her to
fine.
get all hood on me. Be like, you talking to my husband, B? So I put it on the son. I was like, you let me know when your son get divorced. I'm available. Look, what's his name? What they name?
They both.
Bobby, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, or Mike? Here I is, bro. There we go. All right.
I've enjoyed it.
But you know, people love the real stuff. That's what they pay attention to.
I've enjoyed it. They crazy. I like it. See, I
There we
like
go.
being around young folks because they can.
Good afternoon, Miss Leisha.
Get that wisdom from them.
Leisha.
Get that wisdom from them.
Yeah,
You know, we
Straight off. Straight off.
Urban City.
Some of that
There we
joy
go.
and vibrancy.
Let me like
That's what I don't like about Facebook.
She keep calling this
What part of
Facebook.
Cleveland is this?
She keep calling this Facebook, y'all. Like
So you
Facebook.
put whatever.
This is solid.
Somebody marry her, please. She's the best. Aw, thank you, Goldie. I'ma find me a husband. He's 30 years old though. I found him already. I already told him what was up. He said I had to have another kid. I told him we could try. I ain't have no kids, girl, bye.
Because once you become a grandmother,
Right. My grandbabies would kill it. My grandbabies is bad. They will kill that baby. My daughter would kill the baby. I remember somebody told my daughter I was crazy.
pregnant when she was 12. She was like, Mom. I was like, whoa, that's not true. She was like, kill it. She said it, I will kill it. She was not playing. If you had a baby and I took a picture with the baby and put it on Facebook, she'd be on there like, who is that? She'll call me, I don't think so, Mom. My child is the only child. She got the syndrome.